Hey guys. I'm going live without Ludus right now. I don't know, if he's asleep still. So we were talking pretty late last night, so he might have stayed up a bit longer than he intended. But I'm gonna get started real quick without him, just to talk to the chat or anything like that. Hopefully he'll hop in pretty soon here. We'll see. Yeah, but it looks like he's asleep or something. It says he's idle on Discord. So I don't know what's up. But till then, we'll just sit here chat and hopefully, he'll hop in. We don't have any news stuff today. We were gonna focus on a 40k discussion, but kind of can't do that if he's not here. So yeah, I'll just take any chats or questions or anything like that. In the meantime, so yeah. Hey, what is hate? What's up, man? Woot hoot, woot. How is it going, boys? It is going pretty good. Hey, Mustafa. No, never mind. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I was up late last night too. I was watching the election. What up, my man? I'm early for once. Yeah, well, welcome. Thank you for coming early. It's been one of the weird times where it's not as prudent, unfortunately. Just a recap for anybody who's hopping in just now. Ludus is still offline at the moment. My guess is he's still asleep or he fell asleep and he hasn't woken up yet, which is fine. I sent him a message. I hope he'll wake up soon, but it's not a big deal. In the meantime, I'll just take chats and talk to you guys directly till he wakes up. Hopefully he does anyway. Hold up, I did have we're trying this new thing with a chat box, so I'm gonna see if it's working. Nope, it's being stubborn. There it is. I don't know why I have to manually refresh it every single time. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have the chat box above us. Since we don't have any news stuff to show off, that'll be the usage of that. Who knows? Maybe you guys prefer that over seeing news stuff. We'll see. If you could have any Space Marine organ, what would it be? Oh. Let me double check I have the right one in my head, but the one that jumped in my head was Laraman's organ. If I recall correctly, that's the one that allows us to instantly close up wounds. But let me make sure. Every site's asking me about cookies nowadays. Is the 5th of the 19th gene. The organs are new fine. Let's go for these organs. Just carry manufactures synthetic biocells and Laraman cells. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, so Laraman's organ, I remembered that correctly. So yeah, I would say Laraman's organ, instantly close up wounds. That means I wouldn't have to worry about, getting cut or anything while I'm out in the woods just doing stuff. If I scrape my arm on a really barky tree, I don't have to worry about that fucker bleeding like crazy. That would be great to not have to worry about. Would make surgery awkward. That is true. It's like, every time I open it up, it closes back up. It's like, yeah, sorry, Doc, I don't think you're going to be able to do that surgery. The scalpel's still in the incision as it just gets healed into the incision. Like, God damn it. Is there a way they could turn that off? Turn off Laraman's organ? That'd be interesting. Yeah, just to let everybody know, the planned topic between me and Ludus today is we were going to talk about our favorite gear and equipment in the 40k universe. So what that includes, by the way, is just we're not going to be talking from a tabletop perspective. It's just lore. So if we mention something that sounds strange and you guys are like, hey, well, that's pretty shitty on the tabletop, or hey, that's not really good equipment on the tabletop. Oh. I forgot to fix the title. Hold on. God. Sorry. A bit slow today. Best 40k gear. Sorry. This is what happens when you stay up too late. You don't. Your brain's on remote start. Alright, so fixed up the title. Oh, nice. Do like it, but also like when you post grimdark stuff and such. Hmm? What do you mean, what is hate? Sir, we tried setting your bone 6 times. You too think the primary, and bring up primaries. Oh, to Lazarus. Okay, sorry. It's when you don't add each other that I don't immediately make the assumption you're talking to one another. Not gonna lie, I have a fancy Primaris helmet. I don't know when it comes to the helmets of the Astartes. I actually am pretty preferential to the Mark III helmet. The Mark III helmet looks pretty much the same as Ludus's icon up there. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, over there. If you guys see it, ow. Right over there on Ludus's avatar. That's basically the Mark III helmet. I like it because it feels like more like Centurion. It's more like bulwark and strong. My second favorite would probably be more of like a knight style helmet, like my own icon is designed after. I like that style quite a bit. I don't know if I like. I definitely would say this more Centurion Mark III helmets are definitely pretty awesome. I don't know if I love them too much more than I do, let's say, again, this knight style helmet. There isn't like a Mark something in 40k like this helmet, as far as I'm aware. This is just like the art above is based on on the initial Helsing design for my own Grimdark, which by the way is going through a redesign because we're trying to separate ourselves from 40k a bit more. Everything Primaris is heresy. Hashtag Dorn was right. Well, Dorn didn't say anything about Primaris, so unfortunately we can't make that claim. But there is quite a bit of heresy with the Primaris. The thing is, again, I wouldn't have a problem with Primaris in the Imperium if two things were present. One, Fabius Bile had made a Chaos variation first. I would have preferred it, and I believe Maka from the Outer Circle said this, but I would have vastly preferred it if the creation of Primaris was spurred on by Fabius Bile creating a new breed of superhuman space marines for Chaos. I think that would have been infinitely cooler and a nice like dichotomy. Like, oh, we're getting our asses kicked right now. The Imperium's being fucking crushed by the new Space Marines. And Gulliman's back, and he helps facilitate the creation of even superior Space Marines. I still would have a problem that it's Gulliman, but I'm just trying to work with the pieces they had on the board. So I would have preferred it if they had, if Fabius Bile had created a superior Chaos, basically Primaris. And in response to that, the Imperium created Primaris as well. That would have been a much more preferential to me. Of course, instead what we got was Call was just making these Primaris anyway. And Gulliman came back and said, activate them. Oh, I'm not too happy with how they did that. Again, they fucked up with the lore explanation of them. I really hope they do something, not to retcon it, but to correct it going forward. Because right now it's just kind of shitty. If Leman Russ was present to chop off Girly Man's head for heresy. He probably wouldn't chop his head off for heresy. Again, the Primarchs know the Emperor wasn't a god, and they don't see him as one. They saw him as a father. What you would chop Girly Man's head off for being Girly Man in the Codex, and everything else pretty much Girly Man is done. That's why Russ would lop his head off. Heresy wouldn't be a factor. I'm pretty sure Leman Russ, Gilliman, Vulcan, Dorn, the whole lot of them don't even really believe in any kind of religion. So heresy would definitely not be the presented reason. I wouldn't say. Dmitry Sokolov and Eleanor Ogansian art of Thunder Warriors is incredible. I don't have a picture of that in my head instantly, so I'd have to look that up. So Bile creates the Primaris and the Imperium reverse engineers them? No, Fabius Bile creates his version of Primaris. And in response, Gulliman and Call work together to create their own variant for the Imperium. So not like they capture one and reverse engineer it. No, they would bait. Though they could do that. That could be an interesting storyline. But I was more picturing like in response to the Fabius Bile's creation, they then scramble together and do their best to create a superior Primaris. Well, not superior to their Primaris, but perhaps just a force that can meet them on the battlefield on more equal terms. Yo man, video update calling it Paint Slingers Parade. Okay, welcome Lord Metalman. Yeah, kind of like Biles inspires them. Yeah. Like, I guess inspires sounds weird when you phrase it like that, but technically that is what I'm talking about. Oh, we can make one too, Bio. Pretty much. It's Bio's like, ha ha, I made something better than you did. And Gilliman and Call pop out from over like a hill mound and go, oh yeah, we can do better than you, asshole. And they like hop down. Then they just throw the Primaris out there. And Fabius Biles Primaris variant versus the Loyalist Primaris variant. They're fighting each other. And Biles like, it took me thousands of years. How did they do it? And Gilliman's saying, hey, I'm a Primarch. I'm sorry. I could easily see that being a comedic rendition of that. Oh, God. Got CM Valeric in the vid. Oh, nice. Yeah, got Chapter Master Valeric. Nice. He has a sweaty collection. Sweaty collection? You mean sweet collection? Sweet is spelled with 2 E's, man. Sweaty. Interesting. Anyone else you can think of? Voldemort, if you haven't. I don't know if he has a... I haven't seen any screenshots or anything on social media he shared of his army collection, but you can reach out to him. I'd recommend Voldemort. Let's see, other creators. Major Kill. Again, I have my personal issues with the man, but this is a general hobby community thing, and you could reach out to Major Kill on some form of social media and ask him if he'd be interested. There's a good number of creators you could reach out to, ask them to share some shots of their creations. Maka from the Outer Circle, he's got white scars, if I recall correctly. He's got a decent army of white scars and some great shots on Instagram. So he'd have a minimum of 6 or 7 photos he could give you. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of people you could reach out to if we're talking creators, but yeah, just put up some feelers on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook groups. Just put a feeler out saying, "Hey, I'm just looking for this number of painters," and you'll probably get a good number of applicants. You'll be drowning in them. Sweaty is a big nerdy collection. I don't usually use the term sweaty when it comes to my collections or anything. So for me, that's new. What's your opinion on The Exorcist being a better written version of the Grey Knights? I really don't have an opinion on that one. I don't follow the Grey Knights stuff too closely. I know like the basics of them and their lore. But when it comes to, The Exorcist and their relation to Grey Knights, I'd say I'm not comfortable with my level of knowledge to give you an opinion. I'd say that based on what I know, I like the Grey Knights aesthetic. I like how they're done. I like their niche. I don't know too closely how the Exorcists are related, and you know, if how much better, how much worse they are. I would say that I like the Grey Knights a fair chunk though, and I know more about them. So just based on my limited knowledge of their connection and writing and lore differences, I'd say I like the Grey Knights more. But that's again based on lack of information on the Exorcists. So it's, you know, kind of left in a rut there. Oh, it's 40K. We're all big nerds. Oh, of course. You have to be a big nerd to like 40K. I mean, come on. Yeah, what kind of nerd do you got to be to collect massive amounts of expensive, by the way, massive amounts of plastic that you have to assemble yourself? And it's not like Legos. It's like fucking super glue and shit. What kind of nerd do you got to be to do that? And not only that, not only break them out of their like factory sprues, super glue or plastic glue or concrete glue, whatever glue you use, glue them together, then base them with materials you still have to purchase. Now, sometimes you can use a texture paint. Other times you're kind of forced into a rut where you're gonna have to use lots of other different stuff. But you have to paint them. You have to do all that yourself just so you can play with them on the tabletop. And for a lot of the armies, you have to collect a shit ton of them to play decent-sized games. Like, oh my god. Like, as big as my orc army is, it's only like 3,000 points, I think. I'd have to do the calculation again. In 8th edition, it was definitely 3,000 points, and that's with the FAQs factored in. But yeah. You have to be a giga nerd to love this stuff. I definitely love this stuff and participate in the hobby regularly. I got out his Instagram. Yeah, I got his Instagram. And you could... I'm pretty sure he's just Outer Circle Macca on Instagram, isn't he? Hold up. I'm pretty sure I follow him. This is where you cheat the system. There he is. The Outer Circle. Oh, I'm not following him. Whoops. Well, gotta fix that. There we go. Copy. I'll DM it to you. Hold up. Alright, so DM Lord Middleman. So yeah, this is a link to his Instagram. Boom. Sorry about that. Alright. Actually, let me turn on the background music so there's not like any kind of silence. Oh, is it there? It may not be. Hold up. There, background music. Alright. Turn the background music on. That way, there isn't some like awkward silences. Alright. Ace is not interested. Ace isn't a 40K content creator. At least not strictly. He does occasionally like dip his toe into this field, but it's more from an outside perspective. Ace is not really as far as I've conversed with him, he's not a 40K fan. It's not that he doesn't like 40K, it's just this isn't his wheelhouse, as far as I'm aware. I've conversed with him at length, and oftentimes he'll come to me, Ludus, Arch. He'll come to the three of us and talk to us about stuff. Like, he'll ask us our takes on things. Like, he's like, when he did a video not too long ago, like, I checked it out and he asked my opinion on it, and he asked my personal opinion about the situation, you know, and we talked it out, and we laid it all out. Yeah, that happened for a bit. I don't know, I kind of lost my train of thought. There was something I was going to say about it, but now it's kind of like, you know. It's like it trailed off as I was talking. It's like, this is the point I wanted to make, but now it's gone. No. I feel like we're in a medieval tavern. That's kind of the idea. This is the background music I like. It's in World of Warcraft. And, I like, again, I like it, and it's usually safe to play on, because you won't usually get hit with any kind of copyright shit if you play video game music. So this is the type of thing you want to play if you want to avoid the almighty YouTube copyright claim shit. Does Arch still do the hobby? He's still a fan of the hobby. He still talks about the lore. He still loves the lore. In terms of playing it, in terms of collecting, I don't know. I do know, as far as, again, if I talk to him about lore, we've had pretty lengthy discussions about lore before. But when it comes to, collecting the minis or painting them, when it comes to the tabletop side of things, I don't really talk to Arch about that stuff. So my guess is, yeah, he's still a fan from a lore standpoint for sure, but is he a fan from a tabletop standpoint? I don't know. Maybe? That's like the best answer I can give, unfortunately, is maybe. Also, Wanderer237, welcome to the stream. Welcome. About to head off to work, just dropping by to say have a great stream, and I love your work. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And have a good day at work, man. Thanks for that, man. Asmo Chad, don't be acting all humble. I know you got Arch in all of them on speed dial, all internet famous and stuff. Actually, I don't have Arch on speed dial. Arch and I don't convert. Like, I don't mean to impress that we converse often. I do, I have the same ability as anyone else to get a hold of him. Like, I have him on Discord. We chatted before. We're not super close. It's not like we're best buddies, skipping down the yellow brick road. I'd say that we're both fans of the same hobby. We agree on plenty of things, and we get along fairly well. So that's my relation with Arch, more or less. Are we best buddies, or do we play and hang out all the time? Unfortunately, no. Arch, I'm not in Arch's wheelhouse completely. Like, the closest we associate is with 40k, and again, with that controversy he was in not too long ago, I defended him. And, we were chatty and friendly during that time, but as soon as, like, all that blew over, me and Arch haven't really conversed all that much. I'd say we are friendly, but are we friends? I would say probably not. But yeah, it's not a big deal. He's a busy guy. He's more in the political and he's more into the political scene than I am, like, significantly so. So at the end of the day, that's the big separation between me and Arch, is we're not friends, we're not super close, but we're friendly. We get along, we're friendly acquaintances, and we enjoy some of the same things. That's about the most I can say, again, between me and Arch in terms of our relationship. I don't know. But it's not just about being humble, I'm being honest. I don't have a bunch of creators on speed dial. In terms of the community, I'm probably the smallest creator. Actually, that might be a bold statement. I'm one of the smaller creators, for sure. And I only have a couple people who, chat and hang out with me. And like I said, after the controversy, Arch and I really haven't conversed all that much. It doesn't help the fact that, again, I'm a pure hobbyist channel. He's got part of his channel is dedicated to the hobby, and the other half is dedicated to politics, to news, to tech news, to gaming news. He just talks about the latest stuff and gives his opinion on it. So we're in that sense, we're in opposite wheelhouses, because I actively avoid politics. He actively seeks it out. So that's like another reason, I guess, we wouldn't associate as much. Memories of Goldshire role-playing servers. Ah, yes, the night elf prostitutes everywhere. Lord Draven, welcome, man. Welcome. I got one monitor playing Watch Dogs Legion. My TV is waiting for the election results, and my phone is on the tripod watching Cube multitasking at finest. Well done, man. Well done. Yeah, I turned off the election stuff because it's depressing me at the moment. I'm hoping that next time I turn it on, magically, the results will be more in my favor, but I doubt it, unfortunately. It's kind of depressing. And America's possibly about to burn. Again, kind of sucks. But don't want to get too much into politics. Again, that's my personal stuff. I don't really bring it here into the platform as much. Got sidetracked. That happens from time to time. Wow, can you really say you're getting sidetracked? Because again, I'm just like chatting with you guys until Ludus wakes up, hopefully, and hops in. And if he doesn't, no big deal. We'll call this episode 10.5 instead of 11. 10.5 is kind of like an intermediate, and then next Wednesday, hopefully, if maybe Ludus is sick. That's another thing that might be happening. Is he sick? So I don't know. Valeta Petra Cineran? I apologize if I fucked up your name. Arch is trying to keep his nose clean. Again, I don't know what he's up to. You're a pure lorist? Yeah, I get you. There are plenty of people who are legitimate fans of 40k who are lore savvy. Like, you don't need to collect the tabletop or that side of the hobby to be a fan. I do it because I do want to play the tabletop, especially when this whole COVID crap ends. Meet up with people, play the game, and have fun. You know? And I also enjoy the assembling of the minis, the painting. Like, I enjoy that stuff. So. And I love lore, so when it comes down to it, I just do more, but it doesn't mean I'm any more or less a fan of the hobby. It just means I do more with it. Magically, something happens. I smell warp stuff. No one was talking about when you lost your point? Oh, that was forever ago. You're not the first to fuck up the name, and you won't be the last. It doesn't help I'm a Westerner. Like, North America Westerner. America, specifically. So, when it comes to pronunciating names and getting it right, I'm probably one of the worst people. My only other guess, if I completely fucked it up, was Valletta. That would be my other guess. But I can't. Again, I apologize if I don't get it right. I can call you Val if you want like something for short. I try my best to to mitigate offending people on a name basis, because it does happen, weirdly enough. Most people get Asmogan wrong as well. Just my username. Asmogan is what most people say when they read it, so. A true Renaissance man. Really? So what happened to Ludus in Darkness? What happened to Ludus? I don't know. He hasn't hopped into stream. We talked about the stream last night, so it's not like, I hopped in without us pre-planning anything. We were planning on discussing our favorite mechs, gear, and equipment all in 40k for you guys today, just as a casual thing to do while the election's going on. So many people are stressed, so much is, bothering people. We thought we'd just do something really casual, let people escape from that a little bit, and just talk about a fantasy universe. But unfortunately, it seems he's either sick, asleep and sick, or busy. One of the three. I messaged him earlier asking him, like, hey, you okay? He hasn't contacted me back, so I don't know what's up. Hopefully he's okay. I hope he's okay. Hopefully if something's going on, I know he's a bit stressed this week. So again, hopefully I'll hear something back. Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna wait for him for a little bit longer. We'll do an hour-long stream, flat, if he doesn't show up. And at the worst, I talked to you guys and chatted with you guys and hung with you guys for a solid hour, and hopefully had fun doing so. But that's it. I'm afraid Ludus is just out of commission at the moment. Hopefully he'll be in commission soon, but I can't predict if he's gonna be coming in, unfortunately. This background reminds me of your job. Huh, fun times. You mean working in a bar? Yeah. This is the World of Warcraft tavern music. I love it. Good nostalgia feels. Like you would listen to this a lot at Goldshire. Goldshire, and I believe also this song plays in most of the Alliance taverns. Beyond Dreams, welcome to the stream. An unlikely guess, but have you read Fury of Magnus? I have not. A wizard turned him into a black polygon. No, I just didn't have anything to put there in placement. Signerin? Val works. Okay. Okay, so what I fucked up wasn't so Valletta Petra I got right. Signerin is what I got wrong for the name. Okay, so 2 out of 3. I'll take 2 out of 3. Val works. All right. Sword of the High Marshal. Sword of the High Marshal. Menethil was my spot. Shame we don't see more models for the Legio Cybernetics. Still waiting. Sorry, I don't know why we're walking there. My eyes. Still waiting for an update to the Dark Mech and Iron Warriors. Ah, yes. Jorge, the ever loyal Iron Warrior. That Menethil, though. So strategically located. Yeah, I was planning spoilers for, I guess, our next stream if Ludus doesn't show up. But one thing I was gonna bring up for like my favorite mechs for the game, in the lore, of course, would probably be. Let me think about this. I kind of like the Killicans and the Death Dreads in the lore. They're really badass and cool, but I also think they're kind of funny. Yeah, everything orc related is kind of funny. Like everything they make is to a degree funny. But I really fucking find their mechs hilarious. Cause Killican, when you think about it, is basically a trash can, a fairly large trash can, with a couple mechanical arms welded and stitched to it, and 2 really bugly legs. So it walks like this. And it just chops at things. It's such an awkward device. But, again, it comes with the orc charm, as everything they make is just hodgepodge together, thrown together, scrap metal, and it's fun. They're really fun. That's why, like, I got so many Killicans and Death Dreads in my army. Like, after I get the Star Collecting box and get those new Killicans out of those boxes and assembled, I'll have 11 Killicans and 4 Death Dreads. Yeah. And an Orc Stompa. But Stompas, in the lore, they sound so imposing and cool. But on the tabletop, it looks kind of awkward. And it's kind of ineffective. I don't know, it doesn't kill the lore stuff, but it just kind of like, it kind of hurts it a little bit. Mechs, love them. Yeah, who doesn't love a good mech? Question is there a bow and arrow in 40k? Because if there is, I might gave them to the Black Templars if it exists. There are, well, you could argue there's bows and arrows definitely on a more medieval planets within the Imperium. I don't know if like there's a mechanical, like electronic one, like a sci-fi bow and arrow. None that come to mind anyway. Hey, Carneth Corn, welcome to the stream. Not much is up right now. Ludus is out of commission. I don't know why. I don't know, you know, if something's up. Hopefully he's okay. That's the most important thing. You know, I'm not. Before anyone makes any kind of assumptions including Ludus. I'm not mad that he's not here. I'm more concerned that, you know, I don't know what's up because he hasn't responded to me. So if he's just sick, if he's just not wanting to come on, both are fine reasons. But you know, because I don't know what's up, you know, I'm a little worried. But not super worried, just a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. One second, just I'm not responding to Ludus. This is someone else, just making sure they're okay. Sorry, I did it real quick. Chaos sometimes got harpoon cannons on their Titan. I wouldn't call that a super crossbow. No, a harpoon's definitely not a crossbow. It's not even really a bow. It's closer, but isn't it? It's more of a spear being launched out of a tube, and that's definitely not more medieval style. It's very far removed from a bow and arrow. Also, Exodite Eldar should totally have their own army. Exodite. Oh, wow. You guys went ahead of me. Helbrecht wouldn't be Helbrecht without a sword. Without the sword of the High Marshals. I don't know. Helbrecht would still be Helbrecht without any weapons. And it's not the weapon that makes the man, it's the man that makes the weapon. So to speak, yeah. But I agree, he would definitely feel devoid if he was missing his weapons. It would break down the ensemble, but it would still be Helbrecht. Orc mechs are nice, but Leviathan dreads have my love. Well, I'm glad they have your love, because they need it. Castigar, the Titan that developed sentience and turned to chaos, it had a cannon that shot demons. That's ballin'. That's ballin'. I don't hear that term very often. Also, Exodite. Okay, I already did that one. Demons firing cannon was a funny thing. Like in Warframe, I suck with bows in Warframe. Really? You suck with bows in Warframe? Yeah, if you do a bullet jump in the air and then press aim, it slows down time for like half a second. So you could take some pot shots at some fuckers. You know, if it's just about like the guys are moving too much. And there's some awesome bows. You could also be using a shitty bow, and certain bows definitely suck royally. But I'd say for the most part, you have a good selection of different bows you could use that are really good. Even if you miss, there are some awesome bows in Warframe. They do need to show more love to them, though, because the best weapons in the game are definitely not bows, in my opinion. If you get the Dread Bow, that's really good, especially if you mod it correctly. But it still doesn't compare to a lot of like the automatic rifles and stuff like that in the game that are really fucking good. So, yeah, unfortunately, bows just don't match up to the best stuff. I really wish they made a bow that was just like, that was on par with like the Exceltra or the Corinth shotgun or the Soma rifle. You know, things like that really need to be shown more love. But at the same time, I get that their focus is on making more Warframes to choose from. Which is weird to me. We already have so many. Anyway, back on topic. We dig giant robots, chicks, and chicks dig giant robots. Megas XLR. That maybe you're saying, but my saying is bitches love cannons. That jumped me. What the fuck? Was that a subscribe or what was it? I don't know. That jumped the fuck out of me though. Oh, super chat, is it? Actually, it might have been over Streamlabs. Hold up. I keep forgetting to sign into Streamlabs. I should have it up so I see this stuff. I just didn't have it up. Log in, log me. My guess is Ginger Ninja. He's usually the one who just drops these. Yeah, there it is, Ginger Ninja. Thank you, Ginger Ninja, for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, I gotta pull up Streamlabs. I always forget to. But yeah, thank you, Ginger Ninja. What did you say? Smacks you with some serious positive vibes. I appreciate it. That's the form of masochism I subscribe to. Smacking me with money. Snack me, boy. Oh god, sorry. Oh fuck. Oh, thank you, Nathan, for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. WOG Energy can retcon Erda if we believe enough. Yes. We believe that that filthy gate of a woman did not exist. Oh fuck. Ginger Ninja hides. I appreciate you, honored ninja shinobi. Shinobi who is of red hair. We appreciate you. Thank you, Ninja. Super generous, thank you. WOG the knife-eared git doesn't exist. No, the knife-eared git doesn't exist. Knife-eared git? That was in reference to the Erda thing. How you doing, Azagon? I'm doing alright. Not that good today, unfortunately. You know, because the election's kind of going south. It's depressing because last night it was kind of in the favor of who I wanted to win, and now it's in the favor of somebody who's going to destroy my country from within. So, yay! So, yeah, that's going on. I'm not going to dwell on it, but if I'm being honest, you know, that is affecting my mood. But I'm trying to focus on the stuff I love, trying to focus on chatting with you guys and keeping my mind off of the bad stuff. Hey, police girl. Police girl. Police girl. What? He's getting away. There, he's fucking dead. Oh, you are just a treat. I could probably quote that. Most of Alucard's lines from Helsing Abridged. Helsing Ultimate Abridged, sorry. By the way, if there are people out there who have not seen that, go watch that. Helsing Ultimate Abridged by Team 4-Star. Watch that shit, okay? It'll be the best afternoon of your life. Is a power fist always on, or only when punching does it activate the disruption field? I imagine a powerful being quite deadly if it gets a hold of a target. I don't know off the top of my head. Like, I think you have to activate the power fist. Don't you? I'm pretty, because it's not like it's always like, you know, if you're just swinging your arm a little outward and you smack a guardsman on his arm, it's gonna go flying off. Like, I would think that there has to be like a prep action and activate it, but that's a guess at the moment. I don't know if there's that off the top of my head. But yeah, Power Fist is quite deadly. That is true. Yeah, characters mixed up. Yeah, Erda is a human, perpetual human, and well, actually, I'd say she is a retcon made manifest, and in the worst way possible. But you know, you can be here all day for that. You didn't like either, to be fair. And then something magically appeared and changed the election. Yeah, let's not dwell on it. I wish. Excuse me. I'm a fuck-mothering vampire. I killed a lot of people to get that title, and I deserve to be... Sorry. I definitely gotta watch a little bit of that today, just to help me de-stress. Indeed, the actual Hellsing Ultimate is great too. That is true, but if you're looking to laugh your ass off, watch Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. If you're looking to watch a really cool, awesome, fun in its own right anime, yeah, definitely watch Hellsing Ultimate. By the way, I started an orc campaign in Total Warhammer 2, and I managed to be buddies with the dwarfs. To be buddies with the dwarves? That's interesting. How'd you do that? Power Fist manually activates. Okay. Typically has to be activated like a power sword or pushes. Okay, so that's good. Wog Urda gets tossed into the Retconian. The Retconian. Awful. You totally got the voice. I don't think I do. But thank you. I try to imitate it well, but you know, sometimes you just fail at these things. Oh man. Yeah. I hope Ludus is okay. I don't know. It's one thing if, you know, if I message him and he just says he's not in the mood or he's like tired, but nothing. I don't know. I keep looking over to see if like he's chatted or anything, and I don't know. I'm worried. I hope he's okay. You what helps gets cum stains out older boy robes? Holy water! Oh my god, we could probably quote that all day, couldn't we? Little did you know that Urda is actually Olennius Pius and will stand in between Horus and the Emperor, the ultimate tearful reunion of mothers. You're funny. Crocius is still my favorite thing, or favorite thing. Good it is. Gromgor and Thorgrim are now best friends. You sort of do get the voice, Asmo. I sort of do. Well, thank you for the compliment. Are you fucking serious? What do you mean? Because if, let's say, I am using a power fist and I grab something and can't crush it with the fist, can that activate the field and completely wreck a fool? Wreck a fool! I pity the fool! Possibly? I don't know. Yes? I want to say yes. I don't know for certain off the top of my head. Please, God, tell me that that's a terrible joke. Urda is not Olennius Pius. It was a joke. Hashtag blame Urda? Of course blame Urda. Again, I really hope GW comes out and says something like, "Oh, the Urda stuff is just a theory. It's not real." They better fucking come out and say that, because that shit's still, like, just stupid as fuck to me. Meanwhile, in GW... Men, I have a great idea. Why don't we retcon every single bit of the lore? Instead of the Chaos Gods being an effective, dangerous force, they are actually just conveniently lucky that some dumbass bitch threw all of her own children into the warp to quote-unquote save them from the Emperor. You done goofed. Hey Marine, what happened to Ludus? I don't know. He's I haven't heard from him today. I messaged him earlier, tried to check in with him. He's not been available, so I'm just kind of doing things solo for right now. This is probably going to end up being episode 10.5, like I said before, and me and Ludus will pick up the discussion about gear and equipment and mechs next Wednesday. I'm more concerned that, you know, I just want him to be safe, because, you know, he didn't seem like he was at 100% last time we talked, so I'm hoping if he's like asleep right now, he's getting plenty of rest. That's the thing I hope most. But at the moment, yeah, he's out of commission, which is fine. I just want to know that he's okay. How did you... fuck you. That's how. Bang. You must watch that show religiously. Get it? Because you're Catholic. Ludus is traversing the warp. Probably. He's probably surfing on some waves of Zinch. Alucard, did you know that you have vacation days? Aw, you're missing the Alucard side of the quotes. Hey, I have vacation days? Yes, but you cannot go to Brazil. Under no circumstances may you go to Brazil. Taking the police girl and the Frenchman with me. Yeah, I could probably quote that. Unfortunately, I've watched it too much. Hey, Nathan. GW could replace the Chaos Gods with the Teletubbies, and it would be better than whatever lore Urda is part of. I would agree. I would accept Teletubby demons, because they are kind of demonic looking, in my opinion. It'd be a lot more effective. Pip, here lies those gutless pussies that died pissing themselves and screaming like schoolgirls. So, melee weapon, what weapon is your favorite? Out of the whole fucking... Out of all of 40k, that's kind of hard. Because there's a shit ton of melee weapons. And one would immediately, like, jump to, well, with the chainsword, it's iconic, it's something that you immediately associate with 40k. I don't know. Yeah, I would say chainsword, because again, it's iconic to the franchise. It's a weapon that's used a lot. It's a really fucking cool. Let's be honest. Just like sawing motherfuckers with a chainsaw in a sword format is fucking beautiful. Yeah, like a fucking gift from God, beautiful. So yeah, I'd say the chainsword. You know, it's just classic chainsword. It may not be the most powerful, may not be the most imposing, may not be even the most used weapon necessarily. But by God, it's just a beautiful weapon, and it's so iconic to the franchise. Chain Axe and Crozius and Lightning Claws. Those are all really good choices. But again, like when I think of like a weapon I love that's iconic to the franchise, definitely the chainsword comes to mind, for me anyway. He has work in YouTube and a family, so I can understand that he is tired. Yeah, I can as well. And I wouldn't, the thing is, if last night he seemed really enthused to do the podcast today. He seemed like he really wanted to do it to get his mind off things and just chill and chat. But again, yeah, he's gone. I hope everything's okay. But yeah, if last night, it's not like, you know, again, if last night you just told me like, hey, you know, I'm not feeling up to it, I would have postponed this. But I hopped on not knowing one way or the other. So, yeah, hopefully he's okay. That's just all I'm rooting for is he's okay, and that he's safe, and that nothing too bad's going on. Okay, I was minding my own business. Bullshit! I was! Don't keep me going, I'll keep quoting. Some Ozzy Osbourne looking motherfucker. Hey, stop watching over there. It's creepy. Shit. Hey, Dandy Man. Huh? You missed. Woo! Great. Now I got a bunch of different ones of those scenes popping in my head. Thanks, guys. Father Anderson is an amazing character. Yes. Definitely. I think I liked him more in the abridged, though, because of the comedic rendition. pretty good character in Hellsing Ultimate regular anime. So I was chillaxing in my room like a baller. Then these schmucks busted in my door. Let me fill in the blanks. And said, "Get down on your knees." And I said, "I'm not your mother last night." And they took exception to that. Oh, fuck. That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV. So, how can I help you? No, we can have a Hellsinger Bridge watch party. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure YouTube would get me for that, so unfortunately, I don't think we could. That would be nice, but no. When are you gonna beat the Ginyu Force? Never. Melee got to go with Power Fist and Maul. I am more blunt force trauma person. Me, I like hack and slash, so I'm not as blunt force. I'd say in most RPGs, I definitely don't go for like the Warhammer or the hammers. I typically go for the axes, the pickaxes, the swords, the blades. Something sharp and slicey. That is my preferred weapon. The chainsword and the bolt pistol combo, the most iconic Marine loadout. Yeah, I think it's an iconic loadout for sure. You know, blasting the fuckers with the fucking the pistol, the bolt pistol, and then when they get too close, slicing the fuckers up with the chainsword. The little claws and halberds are nice. Okay. Did you see the meme I posted in memes on your Discord server? Nope. I'll check that later though. I'm going to ask my cousin if I can have those elf bows from Fantasy and repaint them so I can give it to the Black Templar and see if those fit. If not, I just wasted time and energy. Yeah, I don't think it would. It's not, definitely wouldn't work aesthetically, I don't think. I don't know, I'd think carefully about that one. You activated my Alucard. When did Alucard ever mind his business? Never? But would we love him if he did? Bruh, the feels. The feels! I can't blame Ludus after last night. I stayed up at 3 AM to keep up with the US stuff. Dude's probably medicated with warp dust and spiced rum. Yeah, I stayed up, and this morning I woke up very depressed to see how things have shifted. I hazard to look back at it. Again, we're not going to go into the details or who I voted for, or who I'm rooting for. I'm not going to get into that. What I am going to say though is I'm worried, and I'm very depressed that things are this close because one of them is fucking dead on his feet and barely doesn't even know where the fuck he is 99.9% of the time. So just leaving it at that. Just leaving it at that. Chainswords rock, but wonder how they keep a hold on it after cutting in. If you have ever used a chainsaw. I've used multiple chainsaws. And you'd have to have a pretty strong grip, especially if you're wielding it with one arm. Because a normal chainsaw, you have to have two hands on that fucker, and you have to keep a steady hand and a strong grip. I don't know. I could definitely say you cannot wield a regular real-world chainsaw with no issues. There's definitely issues. Skijati plus Ignis Wraith. Hmm. Oh, so you got a homebrew? You got a homebrew going, Valletta? Yeah, I got a series. It's only got 2 episodes in it technically right now. The homebrew highlight series here on my channel. I do. It's where I highlight homebrews in a video and I kind of present them in a role-playing lore style. Yeah, we're gonna get back on track with that this week, hopefully. Sunday, I'm gonna get the next homebrew highlight up, and Saturday, the next in the nutshell up. So, yay! Hopefully, get back on track with those. You don't want to play Xenoverse 2 with me anymore? Not ever again, but I have no interest to play it anytime soon. Just not in the mood. I'm rarely in the mood to play a game like that, unfortunately. So range weapons, what is your favorite one? Favorite range weapon? There's a lot of them. I don't know if I have a favorite because there's too many. There's too many to pick from. I don't even know all of them. So I know most of the Imperium one, most of the Orc ones, which are basically the same thing. So after that, I don't know. Like, I'd say the Necron Deatomizer is probably like the most like cool. From like just the idea of like just disintegrates shit, but at the same time, it's not as iconic as another one. I don't know every weapon in the game, so I can't say. Out of the ones I know, there's a lot to fucking choose from. Damn. It's too many. Like, it's way too many popping in my head. I can't narrow it down. I could not narrow it down. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's just too many weapons for one, and for two, they're way too cool. Bow from Sigmarines might also fit. I don't know anything about Sigmarines. That's a good quote, Marine. Suddenly it reeks of hypocrisy in here. Oh, if it isn't the Catholic Church. And what's this? No little Timmy glued to your crotch? Progress. Challenge accepted, Jorge says. The last one was really cool, and the Iron Warrior successors? Question mark? Last one? I don't know what's on it. The last homebrew highlight. Yeah, the last one was the Crimson Moons. Ah, there we go. Sorry, my brain clocked out for a minute there. The Crimson Moons is the last homebrew highlight. The next one I believe would have been the Basilisks, but the creator of them has asked me politely not to do it yet because they want to add to it more. So they've asked me politely to skip them for now. So I'm putting theirs off for a while, so it's the next person in line. Mega Bolter because it's a bolter and it's mega. Integra. Where's Alucard? Ah, him? I killed him. Killed him? I cut off his bloody head. Oh, well, that's step 1. What about 2 through 10? Ah, Christ! Korn has a point. Melta is best one, can use it for everything. I don't know if you can use it for everything. For range weapons, Volkite. Fuck. Can't speak. Death Ray Beam. For the win. All of the weapons... Oh, fuck. That's an anti-tank rifle. Oh, fuck! That's an anti-tank rifle! Bitches love cannons. Homebrew is Dewey. Sorry, can't watch playing tabletop with Calcul, Orcs vs. Tau. Okay. I assume tabletop simulator. No wonder Alucard wants to plow the virgin soil. I'm thinking about growing some flowers myself. Oh god. That's too many references. Alright guys, so we're an hour in. No Ludus. Not even a message from him, so... we're going to call it here. This is episode 10.5, officially the podcast where it's just me chilling and chatting with you guys. Hopefully you guys had fun, despite the fact we weren't able to do our typical thing with Ludus here and doing our typical discussions and enjoying the podcast with you guys as normal. But that's okay, you know. I hope he's okay. Hope he's safe. You know, at the very least, if he's getting some rest, hopefully as well. But yeah, we'll end it here, and I'll probably get to work on. I'll probably get to work on the next video. Hopefully, again, everything's okay. But anyway, have a good one, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out with me and chilling. I hope everyone's feeling okay, feeling safe, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Bye bye.